Wow. I found out when I got here that I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to be quick. I'm a Southerner, but I speak fast, so raise your hands if I'm going too fast. And I'm Winter Springs I lived in. I had somebody talking about that. There's so many winters in Florida. I live in Ormond Beach. Last week I spoke at the Daytona 1 Million Cups, and the idea in the back wherever Tyler went is fantastic because I'm here to learn, not just to sell you something. In fact, I don't have anything to sell, which is cool. But what I do is lower cost, increase profits, and make employees happy. So I'm done with my presentation. Any questions? So basically what I do is a game-changing strategy. Immediately cut costs for businesses. I'm going to lower the payroll, lower workers' comp costs, going to increase profits, pay employees more so their take-home pay goes up, all at no cost to the employer or the employee ever. So it won't cost you a dime. Okay, I never take any money. And that's how we get happier and healthier employees. So, gotta hit the right button. So here's the best part. Voldemort, any Harry Potter fans? I did that. You're not supposed to speak his name because it gives him power. So I'm not here to sell health insurance. This isn't about health insurance. No one wants to talk about it. I don't want to give it power. And in fact, that's one of the things I want your comments on that I have to overcome. So no additional work for the staff, no cost to anybody. I'm new in this area doing this strategy, but the strategy's been around for 8 years. We have 1,000 companies using the strategy, and we've never lost one. So we have 100% of our business, if that says anything, and we have over a 90% employee opt-in rate across 1,000 companies. So pretty impressive numbers. Our largest customer is Miami-Dade County. Out of their 30,000 employees, 29,000 opted in. So if that tells you anything. So that's a little bit about me. Just want to be a part of the community. I talk about Daytona, but as I was driving in this morning from Ormond Beach, I was talking to my wife on all the places we've been in Ocala and the places we've stayed and the places we've eaten, just on that way. So I love this place. I love real Florida. And so my mission is to try to help with, you guys like coffee shops, right? So the coffee shops, the clinics, the dealerships that are local, because I think as small business thrives, our communities really thrive. And so I've been a small business owner. Now I'm a single person, but where I've had to hire and try to offer benefits. Thank you, sorry. And it was crazy. You know, they could cost up to 30% of the revenues, and it goes up every year between 10 and 20%. So imagine never having a health insurance premium increase for 6 years. Piggly Wiggly is one of our clients, and they haven't had one. So again, my strategy is not health insurance, but they work with us for various things. Just some numbers so you can get a hand on that. HVAC company I work with basically lower their expenses by over $70,000 a year and pay their employees more than $150,000 a year more, their take-home pay. So who's this for? Businesses with 10 or more employees. Businesses especially don't offer benefits. This is unbelievable for them, but even employers who offer benefits, this can help lower those costs or help maintain them. And then, losing the best talent. Having high employee turnover is very expensive, and I've seen companies I've gone into and helped lower that turnover by 40%. So that's quite expensive. Union, city, county government, school systems. It's not for, I was having a little fun with this, so I won't stay here, but 200 few employees or employers who don't care about their employees. So we don't do that. But some of the problems with not offering benefits, it's hard to attract the top talent because the competitors are. Employee turnover increases, so it's higher recruitment, running ads, training. You lose, a new employee is not as proficient as an old employee that's been there with you for a while. And then the stress on the employee, maybe for finances or health reasons, right? If you're not offering any benefits, what happens when they're having a health issue, right? So I don't have time to tell some stories about that, but you can ask. And then the company takes a hit. Last week in our 1 Million Cups and in previous ones where I talked to people, I've had people come up to me and say, yeah, I left a company because they weren't offering any benefits at all. So you're probably wondering what this is. Is that fair? Yep. So it's basically a tax saving strategy like 401k. It uses the same tax code, section 125. And it's also a health management solution. So that second part is what makes us unique. We're the only one in the United States doing exactly this. So immediate cost reduction for the employer, increased profits, healthier, happier employees, families, and their pets too. There are benefits for the pets. So I'm about done. All right, so take-home pay, lower out-of-pocket expenses, increased benefits, stress relief. That's kind of it. Health, do a podcast, goals. If I can do 5,000 employees in this market, that would mean a $13 million a year flowing back into local businesses, families' pockets. So instead of going to Washington and other places. So that's kind of what I do. A little bit about me. My grandfather was one of the founders of NASCAR, won the beach race a couple of times. If you saw the Disney movie Cars, Doc Hudson was modeled after my grandfather's life. And then I do the invocation before the Motorsports Hall of Fame induction ceremony every year. I met Mario 2 years ago. My grandfather set up Mario's first car to win his first race. So he credits my grandfather for starting his racing career. Yogi Berra said, when you come to the fork in the road, take it, right? So that's really it. If you want to talk to me, text me about the strategy. Just text strategy to that number. That's all I got.
Awesome.
So,
Everybody give him a round of applause. That's awesome.